Mr. Brown with you today again. So we'll be focusing on the topic of transposition or transposing a formula. So this question says make x the subject. So once you're trying to transpose a formula, it means that you're going to change the subject or the primary focus of the question into what the question asks you to make it to. So this says you're supposed to try to make x the variable that stands by itself. So in order to do that, you must do the opposite operations. So you'll focus on this. What is happening to the variable that's being required to make your subject? So here you realize that it's being multiplied by 3, and then you see that 5 is being added to it. So you generally try to do the opposite of Bomblas rule that says bracket first operations, multiply, divide, add, subtract. You try to do the opposite. So you generally move from subtract or addition and then you multiply or divide. You generally do that. But it all depends on how the question is structured. So in this case, 5 is being added to it. So after it had been multiplied by 3, 5 is being added. So you're going to do the opposite. You're going in the reversed order. So you will be removing the 5 first. So in order to remove the 5, you put simply right back what's here and remove the 5 equal 3x. Now, because it's being multiplied by 3, the opposite of multiplying is divided. So you will have to divide the opposite side by the coefficient, which is 3. So here, so you'll just write y minus 5 divided by 3. So you can write it as a fraction, or if you want, you can simply say y minus 5, and you put it in a bracket and say divided by 3. They are both the same thing. And this would be equal to x. So these are the same thing, so you don't have to worry. So the writing here or this, they are the same thing. So that's how you transpose a simple equations like this. Now, what about a question like this? You realize that this one just was a linear, but now this one has a fraction in it that will complicate things a little bit. So this means that p is equal to 4 multiplied by m minus 5. Then your answer, you will divide it by 3. So in order to calculate out that, because how this question is, it means that you're supposed to multiply m by 4 first, then you will subtract 5 from it, and when you get the answer for that, you will now divide it by 3. So you're going to do the opposite. So because division came last, you will have to do the opposite of dividing first, and that is multiplying. So you'll see you're multiplying now. So it's p multiplied by 3, which is going to be equal to 4m minus 5. And you know that once you have a variable being multiplied by a number, you can simply write it beside each other. So you can say 3p, they're the same thing, equal 4m minus 5. Now the opposite, you are going to do the opposite. So you will realize that it's now in a state like this, basically. So because this is subtracting 5 from the m, you'll have to add it to the next side. So 3p plus 5 now will be equal to 4m. Now you only have one thing affecting your m now, which is supposed to be the subject. So you'll just simply try to get rid of the 4. And in order to get rid of something that's being multiplied, you will divide it. So you will have now 3p plus 5 divided by 4 is equal to m. And that question is solved because m is now the subject of the question. It's now standing by itself without any factor being added to it or multiplied or divided in it. So now in these questions, you are just needing to try to figure out what order is the question given in? What are the operations being given? What is the order that is being given in? And then you simply work backward. So in this example, it was 3 multiplied by x, then you added 5. So because that's the order, you go in the reverse. So you subtract 5 first, then you divide by 5. In this one, it was 4 multiplied by m, then you had to subtract, then you had to divide. So you will just go in the opposite. So you will get rid of the dividing first, then you'll get rid of the subtracting, and then you'll get rid of the multiplying. So just remember that it's always doing things in the reversed order when you're trying to transpose a formula, and you'll be able to master it. So thanks for watching, and tune in again with Mr. Brown when you learn some new mathematical concepts.